I arrived home Friday evening, expecting that after a long, exhausting week of traveling, I'd finally get some rest with my wife, maybe even plan something special together. Our 3 children live on their own now, and after 22 years of marriage, I thought we could enjoy a peaceful weekend. I stepped in through the garage into the kitchen, spotted the mail on the counter, and as I stood there, I heard footsteps coming down the stairs. Then she appeared. My stunning 45-year-old wife, dressed in a short robe, the one she knew always caught my eye. "Oh," she said with slight surprise. "You're home early." I glanced at my watch. Sure, I was a little ahead of time, but nothing unreasonable. "Where are we going?" asked, keeping the tone light. "Well, I'm leaving," she replied, her eyes flicking to a small bag near the sofa. "I don't know what you're doing, but I'm going." Froze. "Leaving where? With who?" Her gaze dropped to the bag again. "I have a date with William Strathmore. I'll be back Sunday night. We can talk then." It felt like the ground vanished beneath me. "You're doing what?" My instinct was to call for backup. I grabbed my phone and dialed my daughter. I wasn't going to let this slide. "Hello, Daddy. What's wrong?" She answered, cheerful as ever. "I need you here right now," I said, barely holding steady. "Your mother's hurt. She needs us." "Dad, what?" Her voice shifted to confusion and worry, but I hung up and called my son, repeating the same, telling him to call his brother too. Then I phoned her parents. Shouting and confusion followed, but I didn't explain. I tossed her purse on the table, spilling everything. Credit cards, keys, a 12-pack of Trojan condoms. Ironic, since I had a vasectomy. And there it was, a Marriott confirmation from Kenilworth, booked from today through Sunday. William Strathmore. I knew him. A pediatric surgeon at my wife's hospital. We'd met at a Christmas party. Slimy man, though his wife was beautiful. I suspected their marriage was rocky. I took her cards and keys, pocketed the email, and unlocked her phone with our anniversary date. She was still upstairs, so I grabbed the hospital's emergency contact list and found Dr. Strathmore's home number. After 2 rings, a woman answered. "Hello, Mrs. Strathmore, this is David Collins, Judith's husband. Is everything okay?" "Oh yes, Dave. I remember you. William and I were just talking about you too. Is something wrong?" "I'm not sure," I said. "But I don't think William is where he claims. My wife just told me she's spending the weekend with him at the Marriott. I have proof, a confirmation email for 3 nights. A long silence followed. Then, "Let me call you back." I didn't wait. I called Karen Adams, the hospital director and my wife's close friend. Her husband was a detective I knew. "Karen, it's Dave. I think something's going on between Strathmore and my wife, and I need it checked." "Dave, I can't talk now," she said sharply, then hung up. I stood there, unsure what to do. Suddenly Judith's phone rang. When I answered, a voice said, "Judith, he knows. He knows everything. What did you tell him?" I didn't respond, but the truth sank in. I knew enough. Judith came down then, wearing a red silk dress that barely covered her, looking like a stranger. The sight triggered me. I grabbed the fabric and ripped it open. "You're not leaving tonight," I said coldly. She trembled, protesting. "I don't belong to you. I can do what I want. If you're going, you're not wearing that," I snapped, tearing the dress apart. Then my phone rang again. It was Mary Strathmore. "I'm sorry, Dave. You were right. William's been caught. He tried to claim your car was his. They stopped him just minutes ago. I'll handle this, but I've got to go fix it." I stood stunned, struggling to process. Judith wasn't leaving that night. Not if I had any say. But things unraveled fast. I was arrested and my car was seized. On speaker, Judith gasped, realizing who was on the call. "What did you do, David?" "Damn you," she screamed. Just then, my children burst in. "Dad, what's happening?" "Mom, are you okay?" Dave Jr. asked, while Haley noticed her mother's torn dress. "Mom, what happened to your dress?" "Dad, why'd you rip it?" Accusations flew. "What the hell, Mom? Tell us the truth. Why are there 12 packs of condoms in your purse? Planning water balloons? My son demanded. Judith muttered weakly. They're not mine. I don't know where they came from. Then shockingly she added, I can do what I want. It's my body. Realizing her mistake in front of the kids, she tried covering with, That's none of your business. Dave rolled his eyes and went to the kitchen. Minutes later, he returned with an envelope, handing it to me. Here, Dad. It's addressed to you. His contempt was clear. Judith screamed when she saw it, lunging forward, her dress falling away. Don't read that. Haley rushed to cover her, but I snapped at Judith to sit down and opened it. The letter read, My dear husband, my sister is caring for her mother and needs me. I'll be with them this weekend and home Monday evening. Kisses, Judith. The children exchanged bewildered looks. It was obvious Judith wrote this before I confronted her, and now her panic was betraying her, as if fate itself was exposing her lies. Then the doorbell rang. Before Michael could reply, Judith's parents burst into the house. Judith, are you all right? Her mother cried. Her father, taking in the chaos, thundered. What in the world is happening here? Judith fainted instantly. Her mother and daughter rushed to revive her, while her father grew red with rage. I quickly explained what had taken place, each word making the room colder. When Judith came to, she broke down hysterically, clinging to her mother for help. Call your sister. You were supposed to be helping her with Mom. Maybe she can help you now, I snapped, handing her father the letter. I dialed her sister's number. Mavis answered cheerfully. Hello, David. How's Mom doing? Is she all right? Judith has been really helpful, I replied bitterly. Can I speak to her? Mavis tried to gloss it over, but her mother snatched the phone. Don't worry about it, Mavis. Your sister has her own problems now, she snarled before cutting the call. Mavis screamed in frustration. At that moment, Judith collapsed again, half-dressed in front of her parents and children. I felt nothing but contempt. She had destroyed everything. Then my phone rang. Jerry. David, you were right. We got a warrant for 7 rooms at the Marriott. 12 more people were involved, including your wife. Rage boiled in me. Jerry continued. I'm sorry, David. Truly. I turned to Judith. Go upstairs, put on something proper, and get out of my house. He stood sobbing. Before leaving, she pleaded. Please don't throw me away like this. My voice was cold. You destroyed our marriage with your selfishness. I could have cheated 100 times, but I didn't. I loved you. And this is how you repay me. Judith crumbled, fleeing upstairs, one heel left behind. Dave Jr. muttered sarcastically. Don't worry, Mom. Adrian and I will plan your wedding. It won't clash with your parties. Maybe Dad can bring a date. His words revealed more than we had known about his relationship. As Judith left with her mother, her father turned to me. Is there any hope of fixing this? She clearly needs help. I met his stare. Strange way of showing it. Judith's affair and the doctor's misuse of hospital resources blew up quickly. The hospital scrambled to contain it, but truth spread. Judith lost her job along with others. Strathmore was fired and sued. The fallout crushed her, but I was left holding the pieces. Though I filed for divorce, part of me still wanted to save what we had. The pain was suffocating, yet I couldn't let go. Therapy followed, grueling sessions where I worked tirelessly. My children supported me, seeing my effort. Over time, Judith showed remorse, giving me a sliver of hope. Months later, anger overtook me when I saw Strathmore. I couldn't stop myself. I beat him viciously. It was brutal, but I refused to let him walk away unpunished. With a police officer present, there were no charges. Perhaps it was fortune, though it felt more like fate. In the end, the hospital and the doctor faced justice, and with legal settlement, we received significant compensation. My healing was far from complete, but Judith and I began cautiously rebuilding. Has been anything but easy. Sometimes she breaks down in tears, begging forgiveness for the pain she caused. It still cuts deep, but with time we are working through it. Our closeness, once broken, is slowly stronger than ever, but I've learned never to take life or love for granted. In the end, I realized one thing. Despite it all, I still love her.